Morning traders, and this is your Aussie day trade setup for today. Apologies, no video yesterday. Was running around a little bit and load shedding and all sorts of power problems that we're experiencing in South Africa right now. But no trading yesterday. Trading happened the day before, which was on this pin bar, pretty much on the Aussie, which was a good 3% return. So there was a good 300 odd points that we gained, which equated to 300 Rand at around a point. But anyway, so at this stage, we have a daily level right here by the 200 EMA, which is at, let's just say 50,000, which is our line in the sand. And then we have that trend line. We have that trend line there, which we're coming up to at the moment. And the next bit of information I need on this is where is the Fibonacci retracement? And you can see the 50% retracement is pretty much on this gap close. The 61.8 is on the 200 EMA. Okay, so let's just tidy that up and put these two levels in there and the gap. Okay, so we kind of, if you look at the 3 hour, you can see it's almost a rounding bottom. And if you remember, I said on Monday that I was looking for a pullback, and here was our pullback. It's not a daily pullback, it's a pullback on a 3 and 4 hour for the pin bar here. Okay, so this was the signal for the long, which we got. We pretty much got it. I didn't take a lot of it. I really just took the first sign of problems when I got out of it. But I think what we have, we'll see on the Ichimoku now as well, but we should have this gap here. Let's fine tune it. So we're just short of the gap at the moment. There has been some positive news coming out of the US this morning. And as a result, China is up 1.3% and Tencent is up 2%. So we are going to have a gap up. Oil's up around Rand 14.67, I think really much there. The US did rally towards the end, not hugely. I think the Dow was 0.11, the S&P was 0.3, the Nasdaq is the one we need to worry about, which was up 0.58%. Okay, so I strongly suspect that we have a gap up. And then I'm looking for that or elusive pullback, which should get us another entry long. Okay, so regardless of anything, I think today, the first little pullback, it's long it is. Now, 50,000 is going to be interesting. Okay, and 50,000 from where we are now is 440 points away, so it's a fairly decent trade unless we gap up straight on, which is also possible. So if you're not currently long, and I don't know, looking at this price action yesterday, I definitely would have been looking for longs. I'd been looking for a break below this area here. And why I say that is because it's a 200 EMA. There is a gap at the top. So I would have expected sort of a tag of the gap and then a move to the downside. But we are ranging. We've moved up. We're ranging. We need to break through the range. I think if I just ignore the gap for now and just adjust this range. Okay. My stop for any longs is below 49,400. And I'm looking for a break above 49,627 for a long. Now, if you do get a gap up, expect resistance at 50,000. I think you'll get a fairly strong sell-off at 50,000. If it's a bar or two or 3 or 4, irrelevant. You want to wait for it to come find a level, and then first level that you can find is this range breakout. May not happen. You may get up, bounce around, and then start another attempt, and then down, and then break through 50,000. Just keep it in mind that 50,000 is a very, very significant level. Okay, and we'll have a look at it on the higher time frames with Ichimoku. So everything at the moment is bullish. You're looking for longs. Yesterday, I think these two pin bars as tweezer top would have concerned a lot of people, which is why it was going sideways. But ultimately, the trend is up at the moment. Okay, so you're looking for longs, and you're looking for longs on the pullback. Let's just quickly go across to Ichimoku, and we'll start with a 12-minute. As I often say, a 12-minute is a really good indication on the Aussie. And you can see the close yesterday, how we got through, got the crossover, and then we've broken through. Oh, sorry, not yesterday, day before yesterday. And then ranging. Okay, but everything is bullish on the 12 minutes. You can see bullish, bullish, bullish. 30 minutes, everything is bullish. We've got the crossover, we've got Dickinson through, cloud is green. Everything is bullish, but there is one concern, and I'm sure everybody can see that at the moment, and that is the distance between Kijinson and Dickinson. Okay, and normally what you would like to see is sort of sideways motion while Dickinson catches up. No, sorry, not Dickinson now. Kijinson catches up to Dickinson. Or you'd be waiting for a break below these fractals here, which I indicated, to indicate that we have a potential pullback back to the cloud at least. If we look at the 4-hour, this is where it really becomes interesting because we have a bullish, okay, it's ranging at the moment. We are in the cloud, which is ranging. So we're looking for a break above the top of the cloud. Okay, and a break above the top of the cloud gives us 49,626 on the 4-hour. So that's another area where you can expect, even if you get a sort of a gap up, probably move back down, and then you're looking for that entry back. And this level right here, 49,409, that's where all the fractals are. The other one is right over there, which is sort of in the middle of the current range. If I put that range in, there's our range, and the range is indicated by this 4-hour range bar, and this, not quite a range bar, but that's our range. Okay, so if you see what I'm saying is up to the cloud, back down to test here, or even 50% of the range, which is right in the middle here, which is this fractal here. Opportunity for long, and then a break of the cloud. So for the long-term traders, you can see cup and handle here. We've had a break. So you have a measured move here. But just bearing in mind that 50,000 is in between us. So you do have a measured move of that, which takes us up to 50,480, which is roughly 1,000-point move. Okay, so let's just get rid of that. I'm just going to keep the other levels in, and we're going to see what that entails. And the daily, you can see, is bearish, bearish, and bearish, and we're in the cloud. Okay, now this level that we have here, we can just fine-tune the 50,000 area, which is right over there, and that to me is what would definitely hold up price. And the question on my mind at least is, this was a strong move down, this was a pullback, V reversals are rare. Yes, on the 3-hour and 4-hour we've got an indication that this could be a bottom, but I also think 50,000 is going to offer a lot of resistance. Okay, and the other thing is the weekly. If you look at the weekly, we've got a tweezer bottom on the weekly brewing at the moment. Buyer stepped in, which is a fairly good sign. We're not quite through the week yet. And we are also bearish on 2 signals on the weekly here in Ichimoku. Okay, So 50,000, which is right over there, you can see is inside bar. And if I look to the left, look at all this congestion here. Okay, so I think moral of the story is expect volatility. Looking for longs, stick to sort of a 12-minute chart and trade. The range break, your range break target is pretty much going to be around the gap close. How far ago was that gap? Oh, we're very close to the range, to the gap close. So probably expect gap up and then a pullback. Now, just something else I just realized. If we go here, we're going to have to go to the 4 hour. So we have this gap here. If we gap up, come down, and don't close the gap today, we have an island. Okay, and that island is 1,300 points. In other words, if we gap up, we sort of hover up and we maintain that gap today, and then tomorrow we get confirmation and we start moving up, then you have a 1,300 point target as well, because that will be the island reversal target. Okay, so rounding bottom, island reversal brewing does look like a bottom pattern, but I think 50,000 is the area where you want to take your profits. Wait for that pullback. Okay, there'll definitely be some sellers stepping in around 50,000. Could be 50,100, could be 50,200, but somewhere in that area, you're going to get sellers stepping in. They're going to drive it down, and then what you want to do is, if you're looking at Ichimoku, look for the retest of the cloud break on the 4 hour. Wait for that to be successful. That will be your confirmation of a trend change, and then just trade with the trend to the upside. Okay, so at the moment, the trend change, you've got confirmation on the lower time frames, but you don't have anything on the higher time frames. Okay, anyway, so that's me for today. Looking for longs, just don't chase the gap. The gap may actually be right up to 50,000. Wait for that pullback, be patient, and then get in for the long. Okay, anyway, guys, hope that helps, and catch you later. Cheers for now.